I don't get it. I don't know how anyone fucking lives in Oregon or California or Washington or like any of these various. I don't know. It's probably like this to some extent all over, but I've heard it's different over in the South. It still looks like it's a lot of places are ridiculously expensive, possibly. Yeah, but like all the restrictions and the fucking harassment that you have to deal with, and just the everybody wanting money, 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 money all the fucking time. You gotta fork it over money all the fucking time, constantly. If the cost of housing wasn't so ridiculous, man, I could be living like a fucking king or something. Like I was, you know, well, if I didn't a year ago, because it's the only thing that costs a shitload of money. Basically, everything else is I can fucking get damn near everything else for fucking practically free or like super cheap. Basically, it seems like basically like everything you need, everything you might want in life, like. Oh, you want some posters? Cheap as fuck. Want some shoes? Cheap as fuck. Want some clothes? Pretty much cheap as fuck. Food, eh, compared to what it used to be, it's expensive, but it's still cheap as fuck. You know, it's not like housing now. I mean, how do you how do you just keep on going with that bullshit? Like, oh, just gotta do it. It's just the way it is. I don't get it, man. I don't understand like how people are not in the streets in the fucking hundreds of millions, like burning this shit to the fucking ground or something, man. With the how badly we're getting fucked. It's crazy. And the difference, like how much things have got worse just in the last like 50 years is huge, man. Ever since the fucking US was basically taken off the petrodollar uh, and gold backed and so on, ever since that fucking happened, like the cost of living just exploded. But there was still a lot of abundance of the old cheaply produced stuff in the fucking like 70s and 80s and stuff to where you could still do pretty good throughout this for a while before everything got really crazy. It got really crazy like late 90s. It's when the prices just went fucking through the goddamn roof or started to. And then a lot worse after 2008. But I mean, how do people not see this? I mean, there's a bunch of older people, man, that are living. They got a place back in the 70s or something, right? Or in the 80s or early 90s or something. They bought a house or they bought a mobile home or whatever the fuck for like a few $1,000 or 10 grand or some shit or less, you know? And they're still doing okay because they got their social security coming to them. They got their fucking their places paid off, so they're good basically. But we're getting really super fucked now. Like if they were dumb enough to sell their place, like it's fucking like game over. There's a lot of people that did that because they had like a bad divorce or whatever, and they just sold the place and they couldn't afford to get anything. I've run into like older people like that. They had like a house or something. They sold it, and now it's fucking, you know, they can't get shit. Because it's everything's too fucking expensive now. It's just way through the damn roof. And a lot of these older people and stuff, they end up selling their fucking house for not even half what they could get for it because these real estate guys are just fucking conning them basically so they could double the money or something, turn around and sell it for twice what they're asking and fucking get rich, you know? And it's just like, I mean, seriously, around here in the 70s and fucking 80s, you could rent a 2-bedroom fucking house here for like $50 a month. And if you were making minimum wage, you could make that much money in like one fucking day. 1 to 2 days, you'd have enough money to have your rent paid for the entire month, basically, and have your gas tank full and so on and so forth, and your bills all paid. Like, that was it. And the rest of the fucking time you decided to work, that was just like stacking more money in your bank account. Like, people don't. Some people will say it's bullshit, but those people are lying, or they were living in a different location or something. Or they just see things differently because they were just, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it was more expensive if you were paying off a house or something, but or if you were renting like a really nice, big, fancy house or something, or whatever, you know. I'm just talking about like basic, small, you know, a house that was like the equivalent, uh, more freedom, more rights to do what you want to do, and you had four walls and a roof, and but it's kind of the equivalent of like a step up from a 2-bedroom apartment in the modern day or something, maybe. Because you had your own, distance between you and neighbors and shit like that. You had a yard to mow and so on. It's got fucking crazy, man. It's so expensive. I've been looking all over the fucking place trying to find where the heck it could be affordable. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is there affordable stuff in these other states? I've looked into. You'll see all this bullshit and this fake shit, though. It's like, I don't know if it's real or if it's just a lie. If it's just some con artist fucking lying about a place being cheap, or if you have to jump through a million fucking hoops to get a cheap place, or what. I saw some fucking place in, like, look on the internet. Dude's trying to talk me into moving to Kentucky. I'm seeing like a couple places that are like $500-$600 to rent like a fucking 2-bedroom house over there. I'm thinking, shit, if that's true, you know, I'm there, dude. But I don't know if it's true or not. It's crazy, man. It's like, I mean, I'm looking at prices in a lot of places in this country. I mean, there's the really super duper ungodly, impossible, expensive shit like California and New York City and shit. But there's like most of the rest of the country, from what I could see, looks like it's pretty somewhat even in terms of being ridiculously overpriced almost everywhere. And it's not just the cost of the rent and stuff, it's the management agencies that manage everything into the fucking ground, basically. They make it so even if you do make twice as much as what the rent is or more, they still won't fucking rent to you. There's restrictions. I don't understand is it doesn't seem to apply to everyone. It only apply to me and other, but then other people will go out and they'll just be able to walk right. Yes, like this place. Here's some money. Here's some like methed out of their mind, fucking covered in prison tats, looking like they want to, looking like a gangbanger, and they no problem getting into a place. I could show up driving a fucking limousine that I just fucking pulled through a car wash, dressed nice, looking clean cut, and they won't rent jack shit to me. Then I walk out and I'm walking past dudes that look like they fucking just got out of prison for fucking axe murdering their whole family or something, and they're fucking just walking in or out of their fucking apartments like, oh, must be nice being having somebody that will rent to you because clearly you're so fine and upstanding compared to me somehow. What the fuck, man? I don't know, man. I don't even have one freaking tattoo. When I was younger, I used to like pop pills and stuff, and I did mushrooms a couple times. I've never done a hard drug in my life, though. I haven't even hardly smoked pot at all in fucking years. I got a bit of a drinking problem, you know. One or 2 days a week or something, I'll be shit faced on average. Maybe three, more likely one or two. Two, more average, I guess. And sometimes that's only once every couple of weeks or something. I don't know. It's just, how do people just fucking settle for life being this way? It's just like, it is what it is. Deal with it. Like, you people living in their fucking cars, man. How do they? I know so many people that live in their cars and shit, man. This dude is trying to talk me into moving to Kentucky. He's living in his car doing fucking DoorDash. So he can. And there's people, almost everybody that works at these fucking motels is living in their car. Or maybe living in the motel room. And I thought about trying to do that, like trying to get hired as like a maid or something here. Just go around and fucking sweep the floor, clean the fucking toilet, whatever the hell. I don't know. All it would probably give me though would be maybe a cheaper room or just barely pay for the room or something maybe. Which I guess that's better than nothing. But like, I don't know. I doubt it probably wouldn't even fucking pay for the room. I don't know. Cuz I don't think they going around cleaning the room all day every day. They sweep the floor and do some laundry and bring you a handful of towels or something, and they go to the next room and so on. It's probably not really that many hours. I don't know. But it's just, I tried to sign up for DoorDash. I tried to sign up for DoorDash for a couple times over the last couple years or whatever, and they've never even fucking responded to me when I try to fucking sign up. It's like it doesn't work. It just gets blocked. You know, I was ready to do DoorDash or some kind of fucking food delivery or something. One of these place, Munchies or DoorDash or one of these things like Uber Eats, something. I've tried fucking signing up for this shit. Yeah, I got a couple of DUIs on my record in the past. Whoop-de fucking do, man. I'm a good driver. This other dude I was talking to on the phone does fucking DoorDash, and he's like a felon. He doesn't even have a valid driver's license, and he's getting fucking paid by DoorDash. Like, what the? I've got, for the most part, you know, not a spotless record, but I'm not a felon. You know, I got a couple of DUIs, and some stupid piddly shit for the most part that was all like over a dozen fucking years ago and shit. most of the shit's like back when I was like 16, 17, 18 or whatever. I mean, I like the idea of something like DoorDash or Uber Eats or something because I think you can pretty much pick what you want to do. And if you want to turn down a job and say fuck it, you can. Or you can go do it so you can work, any hours that you like. Mm. And the more you, and I think, don't you get like, I'm not sure how they pay you exactly, but I think you might get paid like at the time you do the job. I think. I'm not sure, but that's one of the things I hate about jobs nowadays is like most jobs nowadays, you gotta wait 2 weeks in some cases. Other cases, you gotta wait an entire month before you get fucking paid for the work you've done. And then they steal like a third or more of your fucking paycheck right out from under you. You know, it's like you're just getting screwed. And then you got your places won't rent a room to you for fucking less than $1,500, $2,000 a month. And then if you fucking try to get an apartment or a house, they want you to fucking have to be to even get approved. You have to be making 3 times that. So it's like you got to be making fucking $30 an hour working full time to even get approved for a fucking place. And if you're not making that much full time, then it's like, oh fuck you, just go live in a car. Like what the hell? Go live in a tent. Live in a van down by the river. Nowadays, living in a van down by the river is like fucking high society or some shit. If you're not, for your average person, like shit, man, we're getting fucking screwed. Even if you, and it's not, and I gotta keep hearing, oh, just get a job, just get a job. Yeah, guess it better, but I don't see where it's really all that fucking helpful because I see lots of people, I know lots and lots of people who have jobs and they don't have homes. They do have jobs though. A lot of them working full time or even getting overtime and shit. And they're still not making enough fucking money to get approved for a studio apartment or whatever the fuck, right? They gotta pay. They gotta live in fucking homeless shelters or sleep in their car or fucking, rent some shitty room in somebody's basement, you know, if they're, or maybe if they got lucky enough to find a place where there was a space open and they were allowed to have a camp trailer that wasn't fucking brand new. And maybe they got lucky and ended up with a place where they could pay $400 a month or $500 a month for a space to park their camper if they're so lucky. But that's like, can't even fucking do that, man. There's a campground around here. It's like, but even to rent a space to put a tent on a campground, most places. For one thing, it's seasonal. They don't fucking make the spaces available year round. And for another thing, they charge you like fucking $25 or $30 a night. So yeah, you're cutting your monthly expenses in half by doing that if you live in a fucking tent. If you don't mind like worrying if someone's gonna steal everything you own the second you drive to a grocery store or something. It's like fuck. I'll just go to my job so I can make the money I need to be able to afford to sleep in a tent. And then you get back into your fucking tent. It's like somebody stole your fucking tent. Somebody stole your shit out of your tent. Oh, that's nice. Like, don't even have a fucking microwave to heat something up with. I'm gonna eat fucking ramen noodles or fucking. Actually, nowadays, man, that's one thing about the food, man. The food is expensive everywhere, so you might as well just start eating fucking Like if you can, if you might as well like when I have food stamp when I run out of food stamps, man, I mostly just end up going to like this month. I ran out of food stamps pretty early, so I started fucking like eating spaghettios and trying to find some lunch meat, get some bread, make sandwiches, go dig through my storage facility to find a jar of peanut butter to eat, because I don't want to have to spend fucking $20 a day or something to feed myself. But even still, it's like you still would basically have to spend almost that much. It's got to be like you got to be looking at like 12 bucks, about that for a day, maybe two for just for food, because everything's so damn. Even the grocery store shit's expensive now. A can of fucking baked beans or a can of spaghettios or something is like $2 a can. Soup is like $2 a can. Are you gonna live on fucking one or two cans of soup a day or something? Like fucking starve yourself? I don't know, I didn't eat anything today. Of course, it's because I got to get the bad stuff out from the drinking that happened a couple days earlier and whatnot. I should have ate something. I still could. I just have to make a sandwich or something. Or I could eat a can of fucking spaghettios or something. I think I've got some sort of ravioli shit. I got some peanut butter, got some jelly. I've got some ham and some cheese. I think I might still have some pickles and a little bit of onion. Got condiments. You know, ketchup and mustard and ranch dressing and shit. No, but how the fuck do you do this shit without going fucking insane? Like, you just gotta be. I guess you need to, you gotta be on some kind of fucking drugs or something, or crazy, or brain dead or something, man. I don't get it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, how the fuck do people do it? Would you like fries with that? Just spend all day doing that shit. And then afterwards, I'll go sleep in my car in the back of the parking lot. What the fuck, man? How do you do that? Like, I just gotta go and do it. Keep going. Everything just keeps getting more and more fucking expensive. It's fucking ridiculous. When I say you have to be making like about minimum $30 an hour full time, like that's not an exaggeration. That's what the fuck it costs to basically to be able to rent an apartment, and that's in Oregon. That's in fucking rural Oregon. Rural fucking Oregon. You know. Oh sure, there's affordable housing. If you can jump through hoops for years to hope to fucking maybe get it, if they feel like supplying you with it. I tried fucking offering money to these cocks. Like, I will give you money. Can you just let me pay rent at one of these places? You have to be through our program. I'm trying to get a fucking apartment or house or something for like a fucking year, man. Going fucking broke, dude. I had almost 50 G's before, now I'm down to almost like 6 fucking grand or something. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm about ready to try and start selling everything I fucking own, basically. Or just run off to the south and cross my fingers and hope I magically run into somewhere where fucking living is affordable. Selling everything I own is fucking, is sounds real fucking. Oh, that was easy. Dude, I couldn't fucking. I feel like I couldn't fucking sell a goddamn bottle of water to a fucking man dying of thirst in the fucking desert or something, man. That's my fucking luck with shit. People do buy any after to buy anything, they always want to fucking screw you and get it for fucking cheaper and way less than what it's worth, you know. Oh, you got a painting that's worth $8,000? Sure, we'll give you $400 for it. Or you've got you got this antique that's worth fucking $50,000. We'll give you $500. You know, that's the fucking way it is, man. It's the way it is in my fucking life. Try to do anything. I mean, just the clothes that I have alone should be worth fucking thousands of dollars. If if I had any luck selling things, all the pairs of pants and the t-shirts and the jackets and the fucking so on and so forth, should be worth like several $1,000s by just the clothes, just the extra clothes that I don't even fucking wear most of the time. Like, but I don't fucking have shit for luck trying to sell anything though. It's a pain in the fucking ass. That's what it is. I even spent fucking I don't know how many hundreds of dollars buying shit that I thought, oh, I could sell that for more money than like, nope, can't sell shit. Silver was going through the roof, thinking that was gonna become much more valuable. So I decided to blow money on fucking 20 ounces of silver or some shit. And then the fucking price went down. And it's just stayed down lower. And then I had to pay the fucking premiums on the shit, so it's still can't even get the fucking money I spent on it back to fucking try and sell it now. Fuck. Blowing money on shit. So much fucking money blown on crap. I'd be ready to sell damn near everything I own, man. Trying money so I could have some kind of fucking roof over my head. I got all this cool shit to hang up on the walls and decorate a place with. Got a big fucking uh, big Rubbermaid storage container full of dishes and shit for a fucking kitchen that I don't have. All these posters and fucking paintings and other crap. Many of the paintings that were painted by my mom, who is now dead. And I'm supposed to just ditch all this shit in my storage facility so I can drive off to God knows where in the fucking south and hope the fucking shit's gonna be cheaper there somehow. Hope that the people over there aren't a bunch of demon possessed psychopaths like they are fucking here. Like, it's just fucking crazy, man. Not everyone's a demon possessed psychopath here, but there's general malaise. There's a lot of there's good people, but most of them, not all of them, but a lot of them seem like zombies. And then there others are kind of nice enough, but also sort of cold blooded, you know. And then there's the people that are really like awake and see what's going on, but most of them are high as a kite or fucking drunk off their ass like I end up being sometimes because they can't fucking stand how miserable this fucking place is, man. How fucking expensive and miserable it is. It's just I hate it, man. It's fucking. I look around at the way this place. I don't know. I don't mean to make it sound like there's not nice people here, but there's a lot of like cold-blooded people and a lot of weird, crazy people and a lot of like heavy, heavy-duty druggies that seem to like run shit everywhere. Like, well, like I said, dude. Give an example. The fuck, I heard the manager of the motel told me this story. He told me that people show up at the fucking motel and try to offer him meth to get a room. He said that's just the way things are done here, right? Like that's the fucking that's the way it is. Like I've gone and tried to apply for places, dressed nice, clean cut, driving a nice looking car with fucking slips in my pocket showing that I had like 50 G's in the bank almost, back in the day, year ago, right? And they'd fucking deny me, and I'd walk back out to my car and see like people in the fucking parking lot that have an apartment there. They're like covered in fucking prison tats that look like psycho, serial killer looking motherfuckers and shit. They got fucking places there. Like, what the hell? I went and tried to find a mobile home for sale in trailer parks that are clearly full of meth addicts. Like, I'd show up there and just be fucking garbage everywhere and places look trash. Like, it looks like there's to be fucking, would drive past a fucking trailer that blew up or something because of somebody's meth lab fucking caught fire or some shit, right? I tried to fucking just, hey, can I just buy something here, please? I need a place to live. Nope. A bunch of tweakers that's fucking standing around outside looking like fucking half dead zombies characters or something. No, you can't have a place. You can't buy anything. Nothing for sale here. Right. And there's like fucking a dozen empty trailers sitting there. Like, the fuck? Well, these people can have homes, but not me. I don't know. Some of the tweakers do actually work hard because they're fucking hopped up on meth. They can do. Some people just have like a massive amount of fucking energy. Whether some people just naturally have it, others are fucking have it because they're like high on fucking speed or something. Some people I think develop a massive amount of energy by doing speed for so many years or something that it's like it becomes a state of mind for them even when they're not doing it anymore. I don't know. They're just out fucking hustling for money everywhere they fucking go. They know a bunch of tricks and they know a bunch of people. They got connections everywhere. It does seem strange to me though. I have definitely noticed that like there's people that are like high as a fucking kite like almost all the time. People that done tons and tons of fucking heavy drugs that I've never fucking done. And they're fucking doing fine. Basically. They got 50, 100 fucking friends or something. They got dozens of fucking places to stay. They got fucking connections. They got people that'll hire them in the blink of an eye to work for them. They got people that'll fucking give them cheap housing. They got, they got government fucking money coming into them or whatever, right? They got fucking wives and girlfriends and fucking shit on regular. Like, what the hell happened to me, man? I wonder about that sometimes. What the fuck happened to me? It's like I tried to get out of that fucking world. I was kind of fucking in with that sort of crowd back in years and years ago, right? Hanging out with the wrong kind of people and shit. And I tried to just get the fuck away from it. And then I found myself for many years just with no friends and no connections and fucking. Because I'm just trying to stay away from the people that are high as a kite all the fucking time and drinking every fucking day and so on and so forth. Trying to sober the fuck up and straighten my life out. Try to do things the right way and to get fucking nowhere, basically. Now most of the damn druggies are like got apartments and fucking families and shit. I got nothing. Basically, they get praised and everyone wants to chill with him, and I'm like, goddamn pariah or some shit. I don't know, dude. Ugh. God dang it. I can't believe how much of a fucking lightweight I've become with the damn drinking, man. Like, my body's not happy with me anymore. I got some health problems. I think. I don't know, I guess it was never good, but I used to be able to drink a hell of a lot more without getting so fucking wasted, though. I guess I still have a pretty high tolerance compared to a normal fucking person that doesn't drink, probably, but it fucking messes me up pretty bad, though. I'll drink for 2 days or something and be fucking, like, out of commission for the next fucking 5 days or something. Like, whole fucking week shot. Then the end of the week, 5, 6, 7 days goes by, and it's like I'm starting to feel kind of normal. Things are getting a little better. Except for the fact that the world is crazy and there's a bunch of shit that really bothers me about what's going on in the world and the fucking expenses and all the other bullshit and the fucking loneliness and so on. And I just want to drink again because or I end up fucking buying alcohol even though I hadn't planned on it because I have to go fucking shopping. I gotta go pick up some groceries or something. And of course you can't get to the fucking bread or the cheese or any other food items without having a massive pile of fucking beer and wine in your face everywhere you go. And it's like, oh, I'll just have a few beers. I like to chill, watch some TV, feel some like semblance of fucking happiness or enjoyment for a couple hours for fuck's sake instead of being goddamn miserable all the time. Maybe I'll be able to laugh at something that's funny. Maybe I could watch a comedy show and actually laugh or listen to a bunch of music and really enjoy it as opposed to sitting there while it's playing and just thinking everything sucks. Fuck this. you know. I just find myself looking at the way the world is and like how expensive everything is, how fucking lonely I feel, like, and just the fucking steady goddamn verbal and emotional fucking psychological abuse coming from my dad and the fucking and from massive fucking portions of the fucking world basically. And I just think, goddamn, dude, when's the fucking asteroid gonna come? And I'm like, I've literally prayed for a fucking asteroid to fucking collide with the Earth, or for like fucking nuclear holocaust or something, like just so this shit would fucking be over, man. I've had times where I've literally prayed for that shit, like, because I remember back in 2020, man, with the COVID bullshit, there was like two different times. No, wait, was it once or twice? I think it was two different times. I got woke up early in the morning by a sound of thunder. There was like a long thunder that almost sounded like a distant explosion or something. And it woke me up, and I felt, and it sounded like something like that, like maybe there's a mushroom cloud in the distance. And I was like, I felt more at peace at that point in time than I had in years, when I thought, is it finally, is this finally, shit finally over? Is it, like, and then I open up the freaking curtain and I look out and I don't see a mushroom cloud. And at that point I felt kind of disappointed. That's, honestly, like, that's, I get to go through a couple years of the COVID shit and numerous years of that, and then my mom dies, and I lose my home, and I'm stuck in a fucking motel, eating everything out of a goddamn microwave or a fucking soup can or something for a fucking year, while my dad's fucking talking shit, bitching at me, and fucking insulting the fuck out of me and my family left and right, and I gotta, my mom and so on, like, and my whole fucking family basically has abandoned me, it feels like. It's just like, I fucking hate this shit, dude. I hate this shit. I'll describe a good day, right? In the last year or even numerous years. My birthday earlier, back in February when I turned 39, I drove to I picked up some food. I don't even remember what food I got. Maybe Subway or Carl's Jr. or some shit, right? I don't know. I think I might have got KFC. I think I got KFC. And I went to the bowling alley and bowled, I don't know, half a dozen games or something like that. Got a pretty good score. But, I was alone. I went there by myself. Nobody, didn't have anyone that wanted to go bowling with me or do anything. And then I just sat by myself in the fucking motel room and watched some movies or something with my KFC. That was a good day. You know? Just sitting by myself alone in my fucking room eating my KFC. Thinking about how yeah, alright, I got to go bowling. I did something today that was somewhat mildly enjoyable. Yay. Most of the time, but it's like I was alone. I'll go fucking walk. There's been lots of times I try to, like, especially when I get, like, sobered up for a while, it's like I just gotta get the fuck out of here and go do something. So I'll go to a park or something, and I'll go walk around in the woods, some, like, trails or something in the park. And most of the time I feel like I'm just being chased around by all the people wanting to play with their frisbees or whatever the fuck, and I gotta just try and get some fucking space to chill and listen to fucking sounds of nature and stuff, you know. We'll go for a drive or whatever. But I always end up fucking, pretty much always end up going somewhere and buying beer on the way back, though. Because it's like, oh, now I have to go fucking. Now I gotta go back to the room and sit there alone and stare at a fucking TV or something. Yay. Eat my cheap shit out of the microwave or whatever. Or go buy something good to eat. And I have to blow like fucking $12 to $20 or something to get some food just to last me a couple of fucking days or something. I mean, 3 foot long sub sandwiches for me, that's like day and a half, maybe. And if I have a coupon, I can get that for $18. Go to Subway. Sometimes I'll do that. Or I'll find a coupon for Burger King and buy the family meal with the 3 Whoppers and the 3 fucking cheeseburgers and the 3 medium orders of fries. That's like a day and a half again, you know. day and a half to 2 days, yeah, worth of food for me. They'll just scarf it down. Fries are usually gone first, you know. In the first couple of burgers, all the fries are gone. The orders of fries are so fucking small now everywhere. They used to have enormous fucking orders of fries at these restaurants, man. Like some shit from Idiocracy. Extra big ass fry. Used to get these fucking huge orders of fries. Any of these places, you could get a huge order of fries at Carl's Jr., McDonald's, Burger King. Now they all got these itty bitty little fucking thing and they call it a large. It's like, what the fuck is this? Well, they're not even as good as they used to be. Nothing is, basically, for the most part. I don't know, I like the sandwiches I can get at Subway. And I get Taco Bell sometimes. Usually end up spending at least $12 there. But more often than not, it ends up being closer to fucking 20 because I want to have enough burritos to actually last me a couple days. I don't even get the regular fucking burritos anymore. I end up getting these cheesy rice and bean things because they're the fucking cheaper. It wasn't that long ago, dude. The fucking bean and cheese burritos were like 80 cents. Now they're like, what, 3 fucking bucks or something? Ridiculous. But still, the groceries at the grocery store are fucking way more expensive now, too. The fucking shit that was like $5 3 years ago is like fucking 8, 9, $10 now or something. And the fucking quality has gone down too. It's like, ugh. More and more of the food's got all these weird fucking ingredients. Like, try to look at the ingredients list. It's like, holy shit, I need to get my glasses. There's a fucking long list of weird chemicals and all this shit. Try to buy a fucking salad. It's got like a fucking huge, super long list of chemicals and shit that they put in the salad. It's like, where are they trying to hide the ingredient that's where? Am I eating fucking goddamn ground up fucking crickets or cockroaches in this shit now? Like, what the fuck? Is it vaccine salad? The fuck is it? Like, try to get a goddamn salad. Can't even get a salad that's fucking healthy. Everything's fucked. Buy a fucking sandwich, tastes like you're eating fucking plastic or something half the time. Try to get the fucking Chinese food now. Fucking Chinese food tastes like it's noodles made out of plastic and gym mats or something. God dang it. Get a fucking can of ravioli or something. There's fucking little bits of beef in it. The fucking shit tastes like the meat was packaged during the Civil War or some shit. Proterozoic age or what? Whatever. Yeah. Where the fuck are you supposed to live, man, without having to be a goddamn millionaire? Oh, come on down here. The rent's cheap. Of course, we don't pay you jack shit for working if you do that, though. You all right? They don't pay. The wages are fucking shit everywhere, and the cost of living is so goddamn high. That's like it looks like it certainly looks that way. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man. I'm not even 40 fucking years old, and I used to buy packs of cigarettes for $1.25, brand name shit. You know. Now they're like fucking 10, $12 a pack or some. That's just an example of one thing. Okay, just one thing. I don't even smoke anymore hardly. I vape now, but like it's fucking ridiculous, man. This dude trying to talk me into moving to fucking Kentucky. It's like 2,500 fucking miles away or some shit. Like the furthest I've ever driven in a day is probably like 100 miles, maybe 120. Like, and I was like, fuck this. I don't want to do anything else today now. Just gonna lay here and fucking try to wind down from the stress of driving. Like, oh god. It probably ended up costing me like a fucking $1,000 or more just to fucking get down, just to drive down there and fucking have anywhere to sleep at all. And then I don't even know how much better it really is. That I'm I would presume that it's probably a lot better living in the South. Probably. I've heard a lot of good things about it being better there, about people being nicer and not being so zombified and fucking not so much 5G everywhere. And you can, actually find somewhere where you're not being irradiated, you know? That would be nice. I can tell you, man. I fucking this shit. It's not just the 5G. It's 5G. It's yeah. It's the cell towers. It's the fucking alternating current. It's the fucking different types of appliances. It's the fucking Wi-Fi. It's the all the radio signals. The fucking digital fucking transmission of the TV. All that shit, man, is like the massive amount of radio station. It's all these signals bombarding you all the fucking time, man. I feel I know I'm like electrosensitive. I can tell like if I pay attention to it, like I can literally feel the like buzzing and like I feel like I've got electrical shit running through my body like all the time, like I'm just being zapped. I mean, it's a day and night, a whole like massive world of difference in the way I feel, how much better I feel, have felt when like the power goes out. When the power goes out and there's like a power outage, or the cell phone signals go out, or just like anything like that, the fucking cell tower goes down, you don't have cell service. I feel way more conscious. Just that by itself, I feel healthier. I feel physically better, psychologically better, emotionally better. Like, and I feel like a million times better when the power goes out. After like an hour or two of the power being out, it's like, oh my god, I'm fucking me again. I'm me again. I feel so much. I feel it's like I could. I end up feeling like I'm fucking 20 years younger, just like within a matter of hours or something, of the power being out. It's like huge difference, huge difference. My fucking if the power stays out long enough to where I can sleep, and it's like I can sleep better. Freaking like way more peaceful dreams. Like just feel way better, man. It's like we're being. It's like we're in. I don't know. Just a massive shift in consciousness and in physically feeling better, psychologically feeling better, emotionally feeling better. Like it's like we're just getting microwaved all the fucking time with this shit, and most people don't even notice, or they just are like hypnotized by it or something. It literally, I feel like when I look around at the world today, you ever seen the movie Cell? John Cusack, where these fucking cell phones get activated and everybody goes psycho and starts fucking going on murder sprees and shit. Like that's I feel like to a different degree, that's what I'm witnessing in the world around me nowadays. It's like everybody is in a hypnotic trance, or like more dark and wicked, cold-blooded, heartless, uncaring, nasty, just. And then if the power goes out for like a day or two, everybody starts behaving drastically different. I noticed this, man. I know I could notice this. Not it's not just me. Like when my mom would sit around and seem like she was totally hypnotized or something most of the time. But when the power went out for like a couple days, it's like I was talking to my old mom from years ago. It's like her she's way sharper, way more clear thinking, like seemed smarter, seemed just happier, like everything. Just I've noticed this sort of thing. It's like the cell towers and the other shit is like microwaving us to death, turning people into fucking zombies and psychos and shit. Between the fucking cell towers and the fucking radio waves and I think the regular radio waves are not as bad, but it's depending on the signal strength. But the cell towers and the fucking smart meters and the fucking Wi-Fi and everything, big difference, big difference. Even with your electricity still going and fucking still having a cell signal, if you just unplug your Wi-Fi adapter and get further away from smart meters, you can tell a huge difference in the way you feel. How much clearer your mind is, how much like better mood you're in. It just ruin. Maybe that's a lot of the reason why I feel so much better when I get out in nature. Like the further I get away from fucking the signal or whatever, the more I feel just so much fucking better. It's like we're being attenuated to some dark frequency or something, bringing us into hell. I mean, maybe that's what the fuck's going on in the world. Maybe we're literally being like tuned into frequency of hell, and that's why the world's turning to shit. because they got all these towers everywhere and stuff that are pumping out some signal that's attenuating us to the frequency of hell or something. I don't know, man. Because like shit was bad in the past. Yeah, there was evil in the world even, 50, 60 years ago or whatever. But it was so much less, man. And I've noticed there was so much more consciousness, so much more happiness, so much more freedom, so much more like everything was better. Everything was better in the past. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I noticed some of the biggest changes in the way people behave and the way that I felt and so on and so forth have coincided with time periods in which like the signals became there were more signals and different forms of radiation and shit like when they made us get rid of the fucking dude one thing I noticed they made us get rid of the regular light bulbs and fucking at first they replaced them with the CL compact fluorescent, right? Big difference in the way people behaved at that period of time. But around that same period of time, this is around 2000, year 2000, 2001, whatever. Around that same time, they were boosting the power of the cell phone signals too. And more people were getting cell phones. They were putting up more cell phone towers. They were pumping more fiber optic lines everywhere to get faster internet signals and shit. And yeah, I could definitely tell like more, like a big change. And then when they went from like 3G to like, or they went to from 3G to like 4G, there was another big fucking shift in the way people behaved to where it became extremely noticeable that people were no longer acting like themselves. Like everyone, it's like damn near everyone was possessed when that happened. And then when they put in the fucking the smart meters, like big difference, huge difference. It's like the level of consciousness of almost everyone just dropped to almost zero after that shit. People were more miserable, unhappy, zombified, like crazy, like just dark, man. More malevolent, you might say. And also, there's been the shit going on with CERN, which I think ought to concern us all, right? It's fucking. It's crazy though, man. I gotta find a place to live. It doesn't cost so much money. But I don't want to be a fucking slave all the fucking time for the rest of my goddamn life. Like, god damn it. Just, I don't want to have to spend fucking 8, 10 hours a day every day doing some shit that I don't want to fucking do. Kissing ass and sucking up for not even enough money to fucking live on. Like, it's just. Imagine spending your whole day every day just like having to bootlick to some dipshit that's not even paying you enough money to fucking have a goddamn roof over your head. Like, it's. My God. It'd be one thing if you were making enough money to where it was kind of like worth it because you see your bank account balance continually going up and you've got a decent roof over your head. And but I also don't like there's a lot of things I don't like about your standard jobs, man. Your standard job is basically indentured servitude, and you're trapped on the fucking plantation. You're trapped in that location, having to deal with the same fucking people for day in, day out, year in, year out, putting up with fucking bullshit, basically, getting fucking basically nowhere unless you're making a whole lot of money. It's like, I mean, obviously, it would be, there's a huge difference, man, in the way it used to be versus the way it is now. Used to be, you could go out, get a job, and in 6 months or a year of saving up your money or whatever, you'd have enough money to go buy a house. Or you could start making payments on a house right away, you know? You could fucking go right out after your first couple of days of pay and fucking pay a whole first and last month's rent on a fucking house or something. And, you know, your first week's paycheck, you had enough money to rent a place and fucking just hand somebody money, they hand you the fucking keys, fucking boom, got a place now, you know? And then the rest of the money you're making is basically just, you can just buy whatever the fuck you want. I'm gonna buy a boat. Yeah. Next month I'll buy a boat. Next month I'm gonna buy me a new car, you know? That's what the fuck it was back in the old days, man, compared to now, basically. Like, not a new car, but you know, it was fucking, it was way different. And the fucking, a lot of the older people like to pretend like it wasn't, like, oh, I used to have to walk uphill both ways in the snow. Bullshit, dude. Sorry, it's just like we're getting fucking lied to, man. These old people sitting in fucking nice houses that like bought them years ago for like fucking 5 grand or something, you know, or 2 grand, and you can't even rent a goddamn apartment for a month with that, you know. Like, we're getting fucked, profusely fucked, robbed blind, like. No, because back in the day, you know, you could, back in the day, basically almost any part of the country you were in, I don't know for sure about everywhere. I know what I'm describing, the prices being here. I know that that's true because I fucking looked into it, and I know that I've been able to find out more about like further back in time, but I would wager to guess that damn near anywhere in the country in the 60s, 70s, and early to mid, possibly even late 80s, that you could rent a place for $100 a month or less, probably in damn near any place you went, you looked, you know, or depend, you know, the quality of the place would depend on where you were, basically. If you were somewhere out here, you could $100 a month would probably get you like a 2 bedroom fucking 2 or 3 bedroom house, a nice one. $50 a month would get you a older, you know, more run down place. But if you're making $6 an hour or something, minimum wage or whatever it was back then, it was about probably 5, $6. Like, you're only talking about like a couple of days' wages or something. to have your fucking bills paid, basically. So all the rest of the money you're making that month is getting put away and saved for a later time when you can go buy a house for 5 grand or something. You know, that's the way it was. It's not like that now. It's fucked, man. You wonder why they're. You know what I hate this shit. You hear all these older generations and stuff, especially people like my dad and stuff. They just fucking. I hate this. I don't want to say this about him, but they're just completely fucking blind to how fucked everything is, man. I mean, okay, I'm. It's not just my dad's generation. There's plenty of people my age and stuff, and not much older than me that they got their shit together. It wasn't totally too late for me to have got my shit together years past. If I had like started out when I was younger, you know, got got a better education, get a real fucking like good paying job or whatever, and if I'd been working at it for years and years and years, then by now I probably could have some sort of a fucking house, at least a mobile home or something somewhere. If I'd, found a wife or something, especially. But or find somebody that can stand being roommates with. You could have freaking. It would have been a lot of. I mean, every year that passes, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, man. It's been like really fucking bad basically since at least since 2008. Before that really. But like shit got really fucking crazy after 2020, man. But it was already ridiculously expensive, but not nearly what it is now. It was like a whole other fucking planet than it was fucking 3 years ago, or little over whatever, little over 3 years ago, I guess. I'll tell you numerous things I don't like about the fucking regular job market. The type of jobs that most people have, the 9 to 5 fucking 40-hour a week fucking shit. Man. For one thing, it's like you are selling your life, a large portion like of your life, for bits of paper in hopes of just having a place to fucking sleep. And I get it, like, gotta do what you gotta do, but like, how? I mean, how are you supposed to get ahead with costs so fucking high, man? I mean, seriously, doesn't it fucking? I mean, do people just not realize how fucked things are now, or what? Like, some people aren't in this position, so it's not so fucked for them. So, damn, how fucked everybody else is getting because they're gonna get theirs or whatever. It's just a lot of people are like delusional about the way how bad things are now. Like my dad, he'll oh, there's a place you could just go get a place for $600 a month here. Yeah, bullshit, dude. Try, Well, he could maybe, or like some couple both have jobs that they've held down for the last 10 fucking years of their life or whatever. Could, maybe. But it's like, 10, 20 years or whatever. Nobody ever taught me jack shit about building a credit score or fucking renting or like nothing. Nothing, basically. My dad would act like he wants to teach me, but all he would really do is just scream at me and cuss me out and fucking call me names and tell me I'll never amount to anything and I'm worthless and I'm fucking shit and just like that's not helpful. That's just bullying abuse, man. And fuck with my head and like I don't know. I guess that like a lot of people in this world are just are motivated by being abused or something. I'm kind of like the opposite of that, you know. I just shut down and fucking closed myself off from the world and try to go hide in my cave because fuck that shit, dude. The only thing you're motivating me to do by treating me like that is motivating me to want to go fucking hang myself or something. Motivating me to want to go find a nice spot under a bridge to sleep so I can get the hell away from your abuse. I don't know, man. It's just driving me fucking nuts, this shit. Been ranting for over an hour on this one. I mean, somebody. It's not just like my dad. Like I think he bought like his first house for like $5,000 when he was a teenager or some shit, you know, because he worked at the Carnation one summer or something and was able to save up enough to make the payment, you know. And you could just do back in the day, like if you had some money, little job or whatever, you could just like people would let you make payments, pretty small payments, you know. So you could, if you hold on down a job, you'd fucking keep putting money away. You could pay shit off quick, you know, over time if you wanted to, or you could have plenty of money to spend for your expenses and fucking just pay the lower fee over a longer period of time. You end up owning a house when you're paying less than what most people now have to pay for to rent a fucking studio apartment or some room in somebody's basement, you know? I mean, minimum wage back in the day was like it's like half of what it is now, but the cost of living was less than 1/10 of what it is now. In many instances, it's like 1/100th of what it is now. It's quite a difference, you know. And all these old people, they've got mobile homes, or you know, the ones that didn't have a whole lot of super high paying job or whatever, that blew a bunch of money on fucking Corvettes and shit. They still got like a mobile home that they paid $2,000 for or some shit, or $5,000 or whatever back years and years ago if they didn't fucking sell it at a bad time or something. So they still got bills that are, you know, but they got a home, you know. They probably got Social Security built up and stuff. I mean, and then there's other people that went and they bought a house over a course of many years. They got two salaries, two people with two salaries, and they're paying like $400 or $500 a month or less. Or less in many instances, significantly less in many instances, to make payments on a house that was only fucking 15 or 20 grand to begin with. So in 5, 10 years or whatever, it's paid off and they own a fucking house that's worth $500,000 or some shit, you know, or more nowadays. So they ended up fucking sitting pretty basically. While the economy was being flushed down the drain and the dollar was being flushed down the drain. The fucking whole changed, like everything is changing so fast. The world became a whole different place, man. Like fucking sink or swim or some shit now. And it's just like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm fucking sinking, man. I am. I feel it now. And it's just, I dealt with so many fucking years of like psychological and emotional abuse and neglect, basically. Just, I don't, I don't know what to do with it, you know? I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm so fucking, honestly, a good psychiatrist or something that actually, I don't know if there is such a fucking thing, honestly. Because how can you be a good psychiatrist if you pretend like real issues are fake and real things are imaginary? You're just gaslighting people. So I don't know how the fuck that's supposed to solve anything. And almost everything's based in some sort of like weird fucking Pavlovian conditioning, you know? Well, is everything in this world is that way. I don't fucking respond well to that shit. I don't respond well to people fucking like screaming in my face or bad mouthing and talking shit to me or fucking try to push me around and bully me into fucking complying or whatever. I don't like, you know, I just want to get the fuck away from that shit. So that's what I do, you know. But avoiding everything because that's the way damn near everything is here. It's like, so I hated fucking school. I hated the good, you know. I hated being fucking lied to. I still do. I hate fucking having a world that just fucking lies to me and having people just abuse me and bully me and fucking tell me what their vision for my fucking life is or whatever. What they want me to do, what they want me to comply with, and it just, it's like this whole fucking place is just designed to break you and build you up into the image of some ugly fucking thing. And most people, they break and they find a way to fit into the mold or whatever, and they. But if you don't want to fucking break, if you want to have a independent thoughts and feelings and recognize truth for truth and bullshit for bullshit, then you're kind of just fucked here, man. It's like, I don't know. Some people, maybe not everybody. Some people, I guess they find better ways of dealing with shit. You know, maybe they have a better support system, or maybe they have, you know, good circle of friends or something, or I don't know. Or they got rich family or something, or somebody actually taught them how to fucking deal with this bullshit life that we have. I was just, I always had fucking questions, right? I was like wondering, like, how you do this, how you do that. Nobody teaching me anything when I was a kid, man. Because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. That's the way it's been, like, my whole life. When I was a kid and as I got older, it's just been the same. Trying to figure out how to get by in this fucking world. But I'm surrounded by people that don't know what the hell they're doing. And the only advice they have is for me to go be a fucking wage slave, wage cuck forever or whatever. Because that's what they did. And it worked for them. They only had to sell most of their life. Like, but it's just like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I fit into this world very well, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I got fucking Asperger's, autism, something. I think I probably do, like, have Asperger's, but I was never diagnosed with it or anything. Just misdiagnosed by everyone. I don't know. They had me hopped up on fucking pills when I was a kid. That's kind of what got me started fucking popping a bunch of pills and getting high, was the fact that I had numerous bottles full of fucking pills that people thought like to get high on, and then they noticed them in my on the top of my dresser or whatever. I'd quit taking them as soon as I got the hell out of there, away from my dad. I quit taking the shit, and then honestly, maybe I would have worked. Maybe I would have fit in with the world better somewhat if I'd stayed fucking, strung out on the fucking pills or whatever. Honestly, I did fit in better in the world when I was like on Ritalin, Adderall, clonidine, Paxil, all that shit. But it's like, has it not occurred to anyone that maybe if you have to be high on pills to get by in the world, maybe there's not something wrong with you, maybe there's something wrong with the fucking world? Maybe that's something that we should address. Like, what the fuck is wrong with the world? We got like majority of people on the fucking planet like high on fucking pharmaceuticals every goddamn day. And then the others that aren't are high on straight drugs or drunk or one thing or another. Sex addicts, on and on and on and on and on. Fucking whore themselves out for likes on fucking Facebook or whatever. Just, it sucks to be fucking lonely. It seems like it sucks even more to be around people who make you feel like you just want to get the hell away from them, because it's preferable to fucking feel lonely and isolated by yourself than it is to be around people that are just so goddamn abusive and nasty to you. You know? Or to be with people who make you feel like you're alone when you're in the same fucking room with you, because they have no fucking empathy, no soul. Level of consciousness is so different. I just, I don't know, man. I was gonna say, if there was such a thing as a good psychiatrist, I could probably sit in the fucking psychiatrist office for, you could sit there and talk to him fucking 10 hours a day or something. Be a full-time fucking job. Make these damn rants is kind of my own fucking way of trying to deal with shit. Just trying to get out what I'm thinking and where I'm at, in my headspace or whatever. Venting. because it's too much shit to bottle up anymore, man. It's too much. And if I bottle it up and I keep it inside, I'm gonna fucking explode, you know? I can't. I used to bottle shit up for years, but, you know, it's been so much these last few years. It's so much fucking shit that I can't fucking bottle it up. Like, I can't. I used to talk to my mom and John about stuff. Not that they would listen much. John did sometimes, but hell, even talking to myself, nobody hears me. It's the same, you know, it's somewhat cathartic or, you know, somewhat healing, I guess. Just a vent, get it out, you know. I don't want to sit there and type fucking thousands of pages in a journal. I don't know. Sometimes I think that would, I probably should write books or something. Maybe that would fucking help me. I got a lot of crap to talk about. I got a lot of gripes. A lot of weird shit to talk about. Things that are pissing me off. Number 9,000. Oh, I'm sorry, 999,999. Section Q, right? Like, oh. I don't know, man. I started listening to more and more. Sometimes these anti-natalist people talking about shit, and like I gotta say, dude, I come to like I agree with a lot of the shit that they're saying. I do. I see it. You know, they're fucking sitting there sounding like fucking Margaret Sanger or some shit, and I'm like, you know what? They've got a point. They're fucking just suicidal fucking people or whatever. I'm just like, God damn. Hell, if they ain't right though, you know, about a lot of that crap that they talk about. It's like we're in a fucking hellscape here now, man. The parents brought us into this fucking place, and then I don't know, man. I think that like there are some parents that I don't know, man. I think the way my dad fucking behaves to some extent, if I wasn't like didn't have Asperger's or some shit, then maybe I would respond all right to it or something. Maybe the Pavlovian conditioning would work better. But it's just like it's just abuse to me is all it is. It's just fucking abuse. It's like narcissistic, psychopathic, fucking you know, it's abuse is what it is. It's torture, basically. It's like if I just keep kicking him when he's down, he'll get up and do what I want him to do. And I'm just like, no, stop kicking me, fucker. I'm gonna bite his fucking leg and keep putting up with being kicked and, you know, just, just run off, go live in the woods with the coyotes, you know? You're supposed to come when I ring the bell. You're supposed to come when I ring the bell. Right. Pavlov's dog, you know. That's what this fucking shit is. It's all fucking Pavlovian conditioning. From a young age, I mean, everyone's like, we love you. care about you. We love you. We want to see, we want the best for you. And then they're like, okay, now son, we're gonna send you off where you could be trained on how to be a slave forever. Like what? That doesn't sound right. It's great. You'll really like it. Just listen to your slave master trainers. I'll teach you how to be a good slave. Like what the fuck? Why are you having kids? If this is what the kind of world you're fucking like. I don't know. It wasn't so bad, man. Like 40, 50 years ago, or 30, even 30 years ago. But I can still see why people would have thought it was things were gonna be okay or something back then. Oh, they'll do all right. It was already getting kind of fucked up back then, though. Honestly, you see all the crazy shit that was going on in the. I don't know, but there was a lot of hope for the future still alive back in the day. You could see real things that look like maybe progress in the right direction somewhat here and there. I just want to fucking have a home, man. It sucks if you don't get going like real early and just sell yourself, just pimp your fucking ass out for all the money you can get or whatever, basically. Not literally, hopefully, but figuratively speaking, basically. Just sell the fuck out. They want you to go kill foreigners halfway across the world because for minimum wage. Just go do it. Just go do it. Don't think twice about it. Just go. Just go. That's how you get the monies, and the money's more important than people's lives and such, because that's pretty much how you got to think. Oh, they want you to sell booze to sell drugs to people that kill them. Yeah, do that. Money, 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 money. Gotta have the money. You know. If you sell more poison to them, you can make more money. It's just like this place is so fucked up, man. No, it's not fucked up at all. You just have to sell the vast majority of your waking hours in life to people who don't give a fuck about you in exchange for pieces of paper that will be worthless in a number of years, so that you can hope to have a roof over your head so you can have a place to sleep when it starts to fucking rain. Maybe you'll even make enough so you can have some human contact and have someone for the opposite generation hope that actually gives a damn whether you live or die, or pretends to in exchange for the money that you provide. Right? Like, yay! Let's have more kids. Let's bring them into this fucking shit world. Maybe one day when they grow, yeah, little Billy, little Billy, you're such a good boy. One day you can go overseas and shoot foreigners for money. Yay! You'll be a hero. Fuck. But Dad, I want to make poisonous things to inject people with instead. Ooh, now you'll make lots of money. Bad Billy. just fucking. I've had it with this fucking shit. Like, what the. Just the prospect, like, even looking at, like, oh, this is your life now. Okay. Like. I should have just fucking toughed it out with the bullshit. The Garth's bullshit and fucking talked John into keeping the place or whatever. Because apparently he was gonna. Garth ended up dying, last October, so I wouldn't have. If I would have survived that long, he would have been fucking gone. I wouldn't have to deal with his shit anymore. Would have just had to deal with living in a mess. The kitchen I can't fucking use, and a bunch of my sister's trash everywhere. The hoarder, And she was usually pretty nice when that jerk wasn't around. Fucking. Oh, kind of. Hell, I guess I'm guilty of some of the same sort of shit, like neglecting relationships and stuff. Because I've just been so fucking shut off from the world and so separated and trying to get away from people that I feel are like an abusive in my life that I've always felt like I had to hide all the time. I just didn't want to just try to stay away from it. I feel like I gotta hide or I gotta walk around with a bunch of bravado and fucking be Mr. Invulnerable tough guy all the fucking time. Like goddamn, like fucking, that show I've been watching, Black Sails. How Long John Silver didn't want to be seen using a crutch because he didn't want anyone to see a sign of he can't show any weakness or whatever. That's the way I felt for years. Like, I broke some bones in my foot, went and bought crutches, and then like within a day or two, I was like, fuck the crutches. Don't want to show any signs of weakness. I had like numerous broken bones in my hand. I wouldn't get a fucking cast and I didn't even wear the thing that I got for my hand. It's supposed to like be a cast that I could take off and on because I wanted to still have use of my hand, that I didn't want people to see that I had a broken bone, you know? So I just walked around and used the hand like it was fine, or pain, broken bones. Try not to let anybody see weakness. Then I come on here and whine about shit. It's like, I mean, is that what this is in my part? Is that my weakness or something? Or is it a strength? Just see through the bullshit and not fucking accept it. I don't know, man. Because it seems to me like it'd be a more chicken shit and cowardly to just fucking give in and bend over and fucking be what the world wants you to be. Than to be who the fuck you are and try to find any way you can to want to live your life and not let other people fucking take your life and decide what they want you to fucking be. Just no, you have to go be a cog in the machine. That's why you're here, is to be a cog in the machine. The world needs more microwaves. You've got to go build microwaves forever so we can sell microwaves to the Martians. Son of a bitch. There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes us so sick at heart that you can't take part. You know? That's how I feel about this shit, man. It's fucked up. This whole fucking society, this whole system, this whole fucking machine that's all around us. It's the same coin with two faces, pretending to be two different things when it's all the same. It's all fucking ugly on both sides, man. You got the side that's outwardly fucking ugly and dark, and then you got the side pretending to be good that smiles in your face while it stabs you in the back. That's how I see this fucking place for the most part. This civilization. Nothing fucking civilized about it. Or if this is what civilized is, then it's fucking ugly. It's dirty. It fucking stinks. It's like putting perfume on a pig. You know? I feel like I would be so much happier living in like a tribal society or something, you know? Just getting up and going and, you know, running off with a spear to hunt wild boar to eat or something, or growing a big garden, foraging for food in the wilderness or something, you know? Having a real fucking sense of community. Not being bombarded with weird fucking signals all the time. Forced to have to try to live in a way that's completely unnatural and completely against everything that fucking seems right and good. I'm born into a world on fire and they fucking hand me a bucket of gasoline and say, go put the fire out. Like, that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. You know? World's fucking messed up, man. I don't know if it's right to just fuck. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to do, man. My main thing is I need to stop blowing some. I need to stop having to blow so much goddamn money. I need a fucking place to live, or I could be, you know, not treated like shit constantly. You know, is that possible? Is the only way to avoid being constantly treated like shit to go fucking run off into the woods and fucking sleep under a log or something, or like that, hide from the rest of the species because they're a bunch of predatory fucking monsters for the most part. I don't know, man. Or they're just cold, indifferent. Yeah, indifference. That's a big. That's a big one. I mean, there's malevolence, nastiness, and then there's the indifference of people that they can paint on a smile and offer a kind word here and there, but for the most part, they're cold and indifferent and It's like the world's been set up to make people that way, kind of, because that's how the world works. If you help people out, you don't get ahead, you get fucking torn down to nothing. They'll rob you, they'll strip you fucking naked, take everything from you, and smile on your face while they do it. And the second you don't have something they want, they'll just throw you away like a worthless piece of garbage or something. Like some used up fucking toilet paper or something. Basically, they don't give a shit. They'll wipe their ass on you, take all your stuff, take all your shit, and then flush your, throw your ass away like garbage or something. Just discard you. I don't know, man. God, how long have I been fucking ranting this time? Christ, I can't even fucking see. 150 something. It was 2 fucking hours this time. I don't know, man. I just want a fucking decent place to sleep. Or I'm not gonna get fucking bullied and harassed. I don't understand why that's so much to fucking ask in this goddamn world, man. I mean, in some ways, in some ways, animals are treated better than human beings in this place, man. Yeah, kind of, kind of, kind of yes, kind of no. I mean, you talk about your vegetarians and stuff, talking about how horrible it is for animals, the way they're basically enslaved and people kill them and eat them and all this kind of shit. Yeah, that's pretty fucking horrible. But look at the. At least there's like clearly way more people that give a damn about the animals than there are about the people that give a damn about the other people. It's so fucking unnatural in this world now, man. At least they have like their instincts. They have their teaching. They know how to be an animal. They know how to be the animal that they are and live in nature, and they don't have to put on a stupid paper hat and fucking sit behind a counter asking somebody if they want fries with that. If they have a den or some place they sleep, they don't have to give. I don't know. It's. I guess it's got to be scary a lot of time being an animal, probably. Things trying to eat you all the fucking time, but it feels like that here. Like for people, like we're like domesticated animals, humans now. Not everyone, but I know that I'm fucking fall into that category. Kind of, it's like I've been kind of domesticated, but sort of, kind of like a cat or something. Always had a place to sleep. I had my food. People pretty much left me alone if I didn't want to be pestered too much. Now I got no more home. Or a dog that just like a dog that good dog. And the dog basically just left alone at the house most of the time to roam around free, and like that's kind of been somewhat. They didn't make me pull a plow or anything. Although I was kind of a guard dog, I guess. That's more accurate. I was kind of a guard dog. Yeah, right? Then when you start to get older, they just put you outside and nobody wants to play with you anymore and just kind of alone. Just out running around, trying not to get fucking picked up by the goddamn pound or something. And got home. It's like they tried to break me like a horse or something, kind of like try to get me used to the saddle and the yoke being placed on me so they could make me pull the plow or whatever the fuck, right? Guess I better start pulling some plows before they sell me the glue factory or some shit. The way the fucking world is now. Here's the thing though, if a horse pulls a plow and is productive and doing some work around the farm or whatever, the horse is provided with food and a home. Somebody comes along and brushes the horse. If the horse gets sick, they take care to make sure that the horse is, made healthy again. So on and so forth. The horse, even slaves in the old days, hundreds of years ago or whatever, had some sort of a home. They didn't, get done with the day of slavery and have to go sleep out in the fucking field or something. It's just I don't even think it was like the Jones plantation. I think they pretty much knew that they were slaves. They didn't have anybody telling them that they were free men. You know, what's more fucked up about this modern day is people are mostly like indentured servitude servants or slaves or something in this world, but we're told that we have freedom and everything. like plowing my field, you can always leave and go plow the other field down the road. Oh boy, freedom. It's like it's like the choice of fucking, what was it, Zool or some shit from Ghostbusters. Choose the form of your destructor. You know.